Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Moohead Radio. I am your host, a big and furry bovine. Have been, continue to be, and will always be. And when I'm buried, I'll be a big and furry, rotting
Dead bovine.
bovine. That's correct.
Yeah.
Joining me as the moose, as always, or usually,
Usually,
the vast
almost
majority of the
always.
time.
Yeah. Far too often for everyone's liking. Let's put it that way.
That adds a prelude to the program. I'm keeping an eye on my alma mater, Miami of Ohio, getting blown out by Tennessee, 31-17, with 7 minutes left in the first half. So understand that I can't talk about games that are currently going on, but I can talk about games that are completed and things that have already happened. This is not about prognostication, although I could have told you that Miami would have no chance against the bigger SEC team. But there's a reason why I want to bring up Miami of Ohio, and it's because the first game that they played, and they took on a team that you would think, even though it was not a great ACC team, they're an ACC team nonetheless. And you would think that the ACC school, just on the tough teams that they played, they waltzed in with 13 losses. So it's not like they were the best. SMU was bigger and stronger than Miami of Ohio, and from the visual perspective, they were a bigger and stronger team. But something funny happened, like so many of the other games that have happened in the March Madness brackets, that SMU just wanted to play half court and get the ball down low and use their size to prevent Miami from doing what they do, which is to shoot 3-point shots. And their coach said so. I mean, he made it clear what the strategy was going to be in the game, and he talked about it after the game too. And what he said was they put 5 guys in the court that can shoot the three, so they're hard to guard. SMU coach Andy Enfield said, "We outscored them in the paint 46-20 tonight, which was our game plan to really try to score the ball in the lane. Congratulations, Andy. You're a schmuck." I mean, no, I'm being serious. This guy's an asshole. And you're going to hear why he's an asshole in just a minute.
Tell me.
Well, first of all, his strategy to play a team that shoots threes, to shoot nothing but twos, and to win that battle. It was like he was so focused on the battle, he forgot about the war, and he lost by 10 points. His team lost by 10 points. And, so he divulges after the game, that's what we were trying to do, to lose by 10. And the game was, they had a 7'2" center, not the most coordinated 7'2" center, but who fouled out with about a minute and a half left in the game. But the funny thing is that Miami of Ohio equaled the number of rebounds.
There you go, because they're probably quicker to the ball.
35 rebounds and 17 second chance points. So the strategy that they were playing was not proper, be that as it may. So while the Miami of Ohio coach said after the game, our guys are very confident, we know we belong here. I told you guys afterwards, I'm happy, but the job's not finished. We really want to continue to advance in this thing, which obviously is not going to be happening today based on what's happening right now in real time, which I would, in a way, I prefer to be watching it than doing this program. But be that as it may, the schedules are schedules. It was what makes Andy Enfield a complete bunghole. His final analysis of this game, because the game was played in Dayton, Ohio, which is 50 miles away from Oxford, where Miami of Ohio is located.
Correct.
He said, home game for Miami. Home game. They probably had 12,000 fans here. So they were loud and they fed off the energy. And that's his analysis.
Wow.
So, what can I tell you? It's, but that's not all, folks. The same coach literally misled the NCAA committee on his number 2 defensive player, number 3 scoring player, making it appear that he was going to play and then pulling the rug out at the end at the last minute just to try to get a competitive advantage out of a losing situation. The player, BJ Edwards, he's their number 3 scorer, number 2 assist guy. He had missed the final 5 games for SMU during the entering the NCAA tournament, and he suffered an injury on February 25th. But the team last Friday released a statement saying he'd be available for the tournament. Well, yeah. Well, the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee Chair Keith Gill said Sunday that Edwards' potential return helped SMU's case to be included as the final at-large selection. Now, that is like a complete, I mean, you're telling me that one kid made a difference to them? I mean, and you hate Kevin Stefanski because of analytics. Wow. This is ridiculous. So he knew he was
manipulating. It's corruption. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. And then they go out and they lose to a team that the press was saying they shouldn't be in it at all. Miami shouldn't even be in this. They shouldn't even be in the March Madness. They don't deserve it. You know, why am I starting to sound like Bill Walton?
You know what
no, go ahead.
You know what you need to tell all these people that didn't think Miami of Ohio needed to be in the tournament? You should tell them to go fuck themselves.
Absolutely. Go fuck yourselves. And the people who are in the chat room right now who are I don't know what in the hell your problem is. You have a major malfunction, but I take a look at the comments you're making and it's obvious that you have some kind of brain damage. If you don't know what programming is on the channel, why in the fuck are you watching it? Go fuck yourselves. All right. People are just.
I had to start that off.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
March. I know you're enjoying or relatively enjoying March Madness and whatever.
I do.
It's bullshit to me. I mean, college basketball is fucking getting awfuler and awfuler every fucking year, and the talent level keeps dropping. And even these shit ass universities like the one Ohio State played that's got a Christian thing in its name, so you know that they're not very good. They had somebody from fucking Lithuania on their team, I mean,
well,
go fuck yourselves. It's bullshit. It's a whole, I think it's just rigged so that supporters and alumni of these big universities that all get a free pass into the tournament can spend loads of money at BetMGM and lose it when their silly ass team gets knocked out by Siena or whoever it is that they're going to get knocked out by.
I'm only in it for the upsets. You know that. I could.
There always will be. If you play 32 games, there's going to be. On the law of averages, it's going to be 10% upsets. So there's going to be 3 or 4 shocks out there. That happens in football, it happens in soccer, it happens in baseball. It's all bullshit.
Well, I mean, it really, but when it gets into the meaningful games, it usually doesn't happen. I mean, the bottom line is that it usually happens in insignificant games. But not games that could, end a college player's career.
Every now and then, there's a team like an 11th seed, like Wichita State, or fucking goes into the Final Four. Once every few years. But normally, it's one of the top 4 seeds. 1 through 4. One of the top 6. It's always them in the Final Four. So. I don't know. It's bullshit.
I want to share the greatest play from Miami of Ohio's first game. This was, I was just like, it was like I was in Millette Hall. And this of course, was
You
at
were there.
University of Dayton. Yeah. But it was like going back to when the Miami Redskins, back when I was there, defeated Marquette. And, it's like my soul and spirit. I watched Miami of Ohio in my freshman year lose to North Carolina when North Carolina had all kinds of professional talent.
They probably nearly had Michael Jordan back then. But
Yeah, I mean, and they made the mistake of coming to Millette Hall. They won by 2 points over Miami that game, but it was, I felt like I was back there again, even though this game was in Dayton, and this play, and I'm going to go ahead and enlarge the screen here. Let's.
Southern Ohio is a proud tradition in the tournament. Look at Xavier and Cincinnati, and and Ohio U even. They've all been in the tournament.
All right, and here we go. Here's the play. This is amazing.
BJ Davis-Ray, that's another turnover. Crowd on their feet. Pretty.
Whoa!
Now, I have never, in all of my years that I've been watching, seen a bounce pass that was a lob.
That's awesome.
I mean,
let's see that again.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be the last time I show it, but I mean,
BJ Davis-Ray, that's another turnover. Crowd on their feet. Pretty.
Oh, the fans went wild. There they are. The Red Hawks fans. I'm doing that for the Red Hawks fans.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was quite a and we talked about something the other day, and I just want to take a look at something that has. We just talked about another game, and this is a new trick of trying to tamper.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yep. Let me first. What am I doing here?
I actually had a very tiny bet on Miami of Ohio and won 5 pounds on them winning it. Only, but that's the only game I'm going to bet on in the NCAA tournament.
All right, here we go. God, I can't believe this shit. I mean, can't they come up with something new if they're going to try to tamper and change the odds of the outcome of a game?
Oh God, what have they done now?
All right, this one.
The clock didn't start. No, not that one.
Yeah, it says, but a completely different instance of it. I mean, this is a new thing.
We literally went over this on Monday, I think.
Yeah, and now here it relives itself for the Santa Clara, Kentucky game, and I'll go ahead and I'll throw this up, and here we go. Deja vu all over again.
Santa Clara. This is Gavin Ludov. Graves elevates.
Oh, here's an upset. Santa Clara's gone up by 3.
2.4.
Away.
All right. The problem with this. All right. Just I'm going to freeze it.
Graves elevates.
Knocks it down with 2.4 seconds left in the game.
Yep.
All right. Got to get the ball inbound.
Okay.
Ball's inbounded. 2.4 seconds.
Ball's past the 3-point.
All right. And
now it started.
It just started, and that's where they are. Now, I'm not going to say that it changed the out. Well, in this case, kid made the shot. I'm not going to take it away from him, but it's really aggravating.
It would have been very debatable whether he would have gotten it off in time.
Everybody is so into, we got to have replays to make sure the calls are being made right. We've got to have, But who the hell is controlling the fucking clock?
I don't know. There's somebody doing it.
But how
They can
much?
computerize that. Once the ball crosses the field of play, then the clock could start automatically. But yeah, that's all the way past the 3-point line.
3-point line. All right, that he's past the 3-point line on a standstill, basically inbound play.
So how many feet is that?
I think the 3-point line is like 24 feet, something of that nature.
Yeah,
and
that's you can't run that in 0 seconds. And even if you're Usain Bolt, you're not going to do.
If you were on amphetamines, you couldn't run that in that period of time.
You're not going to run 8 yards in 0.0 seconds.
It's just annoying. It's just annoying as hell that they keep coming up with new ways
cheats.
of. It's. God. I'm just paging through all the things that I have here to put this in perspective for the gambling diseased people. March Madness fans took an early hit in this year's tournament.
Obviously.
36 million brackets were busted on Thursday, following a string of early upsets that only pleased some cow in Florida, but pissed the rest of the country off.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well,
that's what it's all about now. It used to be about the basketball, didn't it?
That's almost.
Remember when
million.
Rick Mount played with Purdue and they almost knocked off UCLA? And I remember watching that with my brother and my mom and all that, and we were like, oh, because we hated UCLA because they were the evil empire with John Wooden and all that. And that was 1969, 70, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I was watching the Siena game against Duke.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, if Boozer is the best, the older Boozer is the best player in college basketball, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, no one's going to make it in the NBA, yeah.
I mean, he was getting stripped. He was getting blindsided. The ball knocked away from him. He was missing easy shots. It's like, that's not the stuff of which leadership is made. But, I just thought, I understand if High Point beats Wisconsin, okay? What they should have done is taken the number 5 Wisconsin Badgers and suffocated them in a big lump of cheese. That's what they should have done. High Point, that's where they make furniture, for God's sakes.
Where is High Point anyway?
North Carolina.
Okay.
That's where furniture is made. Okay. I'm not being facetious.
No, I'm sincerely asking because I don't live in that country, so I don't know.
What started out as the record number 14.5 million brackets.
14.5 million.
There were, after VCU's comeback win over UNC, a little more than 300,000 perfect brackets survived. And then St. Louis's dominant win over Georgia, Gonzaga's expected victory over Kennesaw State, rounded out the day. Only 14,000 brackets intact. Leaving only
money.
Get this,
put those in. If you paid money to put those in, your money's gone to
0.039% of the original brackets flawless. Nobody could predict this, and that's why the upsets will continue, you see, because the house always wins. So it goes, and so it goes. Yeah, if you can. Now, getting on to things that are more significant, and I'm going to peek in here, and yes, Miami of Ohio is losing at the half, 51-32. Yeah, and it looked like it too. You know what I mean?
Oh God, I mean, I watched the Ohio State game, and they looked horrible in the first half. They actually made a game of it towards the end of it.
Miami of Ohio looked like little Timmy Bartholow out there. What am I doing out here? These guys are huge.
I'm Dylan Gabriel. Throw me the ball. I'm wide open.
yeah, Dylan Gabriel. That's what they look like. There's that same, totally non-muscled
Plucky and
body.
little.
Oh, God almighty.
Yeah, plucky Miami of Ohio. Have they used that adjective yet?
No. And I
not
hope
plucky.
nobody ever calls anything plucky ever again.
That's when you're a plucky underdog. Yeah.
So Jeffrey's saying, so once Seattle and Vegas are added to the NBA, are you ready for the Timberwolves to be added to the Eastern Division? Because they're more a part of the East and the West anyways. And you know something? I don't really give a fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when they bring it's like, it's like we're bringing basketball back to Seattle. Why did it leave the first time?
Because they're all coffee drinking dickheads up there.
The only thing they found a guy, a billionaire who wants to own a franchise there. That's the reason, and he probably, his presentation to the NBA, this billionaire, was probably something like, I know where you live. I know where to find you. And I will kill you if you don't allow me a franchise in Seattle. And Vegas, that's got to be.
Oh yeah, they're going to have loads of their own supporters there because everybody born in Vegas will come out and watch them. All 5 of them.
The next video that I want to share with you is something that needs to be seen. And everything that we thought about Kevin Stefanski, it's true. It's true.
Oh, what's he done now?
Well, it's not what he's done now. It's that there are people willing to talk about it. That's the thing.
It's something that has been kept under wraps to only the select few now. But now that he's gone, they can talk about it.
Okay.
Because they're cowards. Now that he's away and down, they can come out of they're like cockroaches crawling out of the cupboard.
We have 2 guys here. Fourth and South is the name of their YouTube channel. And
I'm not
but
familiar.
one is Jarvis Landry. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm familiar with him.
And Jarvis Landry, I never considered to be a troublemaker. He was a hard worker.
No, he's a normal guy. And for a wide receiver, he's right up there with one of the best citizens of the world, really, considering the usual brand of a wide receiver.
His body gave out. I think being an over-the-middle kind of possession receiver guy, there came a point, where the constant calls of plays over the middle and getting him scrunched, may have shortened his career. But he gets kind of trapped in a conversation here. And listen to how this goes. This is 3 minutes worth of listening to. Here we go.
Picking on the coach, what's his name again?
Kevin Stefanski.
That shit bothers me, right? Even the shit he had going on with Shador, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you have a guy there that could be your franchise maker, that can change the organization, and I'm not sure what was going on in his brain or why he didn't want to play him or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. But I have a problem with coaches like that. Like, to me, his resume is not good to me at all. Just being real.
Yeah.
And he gets another shot at coaching where, it was guys like me and you who have great ass resumes, right? And didn't get another shot or not playing at all.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see shit like that, man, that shit had me hot.
Yeah.
So he'd definitely be one of those coaches I would not ever want to play for.
Ever. Man, I would say, you know what? I would say, like, being in Cleveland and playing there, he was cool to be around. It's like you say, it just almost felt like, as much as he knew what he was doing, right, he really maybe didn't, right? And I think that like sometimes, you know, some of these coaches or most of these coaches get put in a position too soon, right?
True.
You know, they have success as a position coach, right? And then they get thrown into this head coaching role where, you know, you expect most of these coaches that's younger to be more personable, right? More relatable with their players.
Yeah.
And in most cases, it just doesn't work out that way, right? And I know like my time in Cleveland, especially in the beginning, man, it was great. Like he ended up winning coach of the year. You know, we ended up going to the playoffs. And then for some reason, then after, bro, it just kind of felt like, you know, the spark between the connection between the players and the coaches just kind of started to dim out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he'd be a great coach in the league, right? But I do think he knows a lot about offense, right? I think, you know, I don't know how much he is involved into the analytical side of things, but I know in Cleveland that was a huge part. So, you know, I think that played a part in some of the decisions that he may have been forced to make, even with the Shedeur Sanders thing, right? Yeah. Either forced to make or persuaded to make, you know what I mean? Yeah. But we'll see, right? Last year in Cleveland, you know, he's a coach of the year. I think he's 2-time coach of the year, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, Atlanta will be another good indicator about, you know, where his, you know, coaching career is headed, you know, because that team as well is a team that's struggling, need to find somebody to fill that head coaching position and that quarterback position too.
So
wow.
I mean, it doesn't leave much to the imagination, you know.
I love that phrase "dim out" because that's exactly what happened. It just kind of like the lights slowly turned down.
Yeah, and that is what happens when something's new and you get people who are competent players playing and nobody knows what the strategy is going to be, and you take teams by surprise. But once I mean, you know what it's like? It's like a guy comes out in a boxing fight. And I can tell you so many examples of guys who come out like a house on fire, and they come out in the first round and they shock somebody by knocking them down. But the more the better boxer sees stylistically what they're doing, they get picked apart. Yeah. And a great example would be Deontay Wilder, who everybody was fearful because he had this big right hand. Well, the big right hand took about 17 months to get to its target, and he fought a lot of bums. I mean, he would loop
fighting. He's still fighting again soon.
He'll be fighting for his life in not too long. Wow. I mean, he's good. Let's just put it this way: he ain't going to make it as far as Chuck Norris. Whoa!
Show our man the BCOD.
He got Chuck Norris, man.
Yeah, there he is. He's after you people if you misbehave.
He's peering into your soul. This black piece of vinyl kills people, folks. I ain't kidding.
It really does.
Yeah. Chuck Norris, man. Whoa. I never watched a Chuck Norris movie. Why? I mean, what is the point? But who is Seagal? Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal is still around, and Jean-Claude Van Damme still around, and Sylvester Stallone still around, I think. So.
Yeah, but I mean, what was so funny was watching Seagal trying to pretend like he could still do martial arts when he had an artificial spine in place. He was like, yeah, you know what? It would be like watching a kung fu movie with Herman Munster as the lead guy. Don't understand that. I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand.
It's bad enough watching him, you know.
Yeah.
But at least he made some great movies. I mean, Schindler's List goes down in history forever. The fact that he's just got to make some money by saying, "I will kill you," but yeah, I mean, and he did some funny skits on television with what's the guy's name? British guy. He did the Oscars.
Oh, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, with Gervais. If you've never seen that sketch, it is he comes in and he wants to do some improvisational comedy. And the idea of him, of all people, doing improvisational comedy, look it up on YouTube. All right.
Okay.
And
Anyway,
you'll
what
understand.
what were we talking about anyway?
Well, we're talking about the surprise
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
over.
Um,
When you're talking
Stefanski.
about Deontay Wilder, once you
Yeah.
see where the punch is coming from, you just move to the other side and you fire
Get
away.
out of the way.
Bam! Right in the jaw. And people saw where Stefanski was coming from because he didn't have any novelty or any like wellspring of strategy.
No.
He just came out and did the same thing over and over again. And that's that. And we get confirmation from Jarvis Landry. So I think that's befitting that anybody who's, and Jarvis Landry is not bad mouth anybody.
Oh,
And he's
no.
really not bad mouthing
He's-
Stefanski. He's just telling
No,
you what it was like.
In fact, he emphasized the fact that he got 2-time coach of the year.
That's
So
right.
there you go.
That's right. I mean, it can happen. Oh, man.
Just like people can get a Grammy award for just about anything nowadays too. So, you can get awards.
Yeah. So we'll move on to what's next, which is really on my mind as well. And that is the stupidity of the Cleveland Cavaliers and trying to blow a 29-point lead.
What happened
in
in that
Chicago.
game? I was watching it and I sort of got lulled into this false sense of security. And I'm still watching it. And then they go, well, the lead's now 20. The lead's now 11. The lead's now 5. I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, did they ever count that last 3-point? Because there obviously were people who cared whether that one went in or not. Where they won.
I don't think it counted, but it would have if it would have cost Cleveland the game.
Exactly.
You get that feeling,
Yeah.
But
They would have stopped the clock so they could get it off.
I had a video here that for some reason has disappeared.
Oh, if you had that one play of Schroeder's that was absolutely diabolical, that was like I was watching that thinking, oh no, Boo's gonna have a field day with that one. Where he got the technical.
Yeah. Oh, he's a bum. Schroeder is a bum. And that was like the most, it's like he doesn't have the physicality to just nail the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He lets him lay it in and then he pushes him like a little pansy. And that's what he is. He's a little pansy. I don't want any playing time for this guy, and he's going to get tons of it. In the first half when he was on the floor, the Cavaliers ran up a good lead because let's face it,
they were awful. The Bulls. The Bulls
weren't even trying as far as I could see. But somebody said, "Hey, put pressure on them. Just remember the Indiana Pacers. Well, do that to them." And they all fell apart again.
Yeah, they folded, man. I mean, did they what feed were you watching? Because I was watching the Bulls feed, which actually is quite a decent group.
I was watching FanDuel, Ohio. So I was
watching
getting
the Bulls, and they were really they were really lobbying for that Miller guy to get more playing time because he didn't start the game and he only showed up for didn't show up the first, and then he came in and absolutely ripped the Cavs a new asshole. Was making threes, was big, was blocking shit.
But they're going for a better draft pick. I mean, they're tanking.
Yeah, they didn't play the fucker, and it was a good broadcast. They were really true about the referees and everything.
They did count that last three, by the way, Jeffrey saying. At first, they put up a final score of 115-110,
Yeah.
But it was 115-113, so it was a
It looked like
2-point game.
again, the Chicago feed showed the ball still in their hand, so that it wasn't going to count. Oh, that's just bullshit, man.
Can you imagine? Hey, I won! Wait a minute, that wasn't the score. I'm sorry, I can't pay you.
I
but
can't tell you.
I will find you.
I know where you live,
and I will kill you. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Rob Dillingham was the other guy too. Miller was the one guy, and
it was meaningless G League guys, and they were just shitting all over the Cavaliers. And
they took a massive dump on the Cavaliers in the third quarter.
And
wow.
James Harden stepped up after the game and said, "This really was unacceptable." That's the new word for the Cavaliers.
Oh, everything's unacceptable, isn't it? Yeah,
unacceptable. That's what they are.
Then you resign. That's what I've said before. Well,
yeah, this is what we got to be better. And
make it stop.
I know, make it stop is right. So, it's. I'm off the bandwagon completely.
They didn't count that. It's 115-110. I'm looking up at NBA.com. So
yeah,
it wasn't counted. But the headline is James Harden scores 36 as Cavaliers hang on to beat Bowie.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. Hang on, Sloopy.
Hang on, Sloopy. Sloopy, hang on.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Schroeder was actually +7.
Well, the first half we played, they ran up the lead, and then he came in and he was comatose, and he's terrible. He doesn't play a lick of defense. He lets his man get around him. He isn't a physical player. He's easily backed down. He doesn't shoot very well, and he doesn't finish well at the rim. I don't understand it.
Other than that, he's fine.
And
Leonard Miller is the guy that I'm talking about, and the Chicago announcers were talking about.
There was another guy named Leonard
Dillingham was the other
Leonard Pinth Garnell.
Leonard Pinth Garnell, yes.
He was bad. You have to look up references because we're old men. You'll have to go back and look up the Saturday Night Live Dan Aykroyd, Leonard Pinth Garnell, so that you'll understand what I'm saying. Bad basketball. It's Nick Richards finished with 16 points and 8 rebounds, and your man Rob Dillingham, season high 17 points. And they were just lighting us up, and they were doing it by just speeding up the tempo of the game. And again,
playing proper basketball is what they were doing.
They're playing today's basketball, except they're not even good at it. And it was still enough to blow the Cavaliers off the court. I'm off the bandwagon. I don't care when and it's like, we've really got to clean this up. Kenny Atkinson, it's like, start with your fucking hair. What's with the gel in the hair? It's like,
it's so like 1990s.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
it's like, oh.
You walk into a fucking club that way and people go, it's like.
Can you imagine his pillow after he wakes up in the morning after wearing that?
Insects infesting it. And, he looks like he's unshaven. He looks like a guy who's a crack addict. And it's really scary that he's the only crack addict who doesn't understand fast-paced basketball. Good.
We've had crack addict coaches in Cleveland before, actually.
Actually, it's nothing new. I for the life of me, I was talking to a friend on the phone who I hadn't spoken to in some time, but I had the sound down. And the reason I would have watched it with the sound down anyway is because of Brad Daugherty. Brad Daugherty is we thought, AC was
Austin Carr.
Yeah,
Brad Daugherty is an upgrade on Austin Carr, but to be fair, I haven't heard him lately.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Brad Daugherty, this would be the extent of the way he analyzes a game. Well, that's just not a foul against the Cavaliers. It's not a foul. It's not. He didn't touch him. The guy just fell down on the floor. We didn't, and it just and it grinds on you. And Edwards is the primary announcer. He's trying to get on with the game. Like, Brad, the game is continuing, but he wasn't touched. He was, and the
Wow.
fact that Doherty was involved in NASCAR so heavily is kind of like, wow, he was around those people for too fucking long and he's become stupid. I don't get it.
Yeah,
But-
I don't often get a choice of what I see, but I was glad I had the Bulls announcers. They're quite good. Oh, you
Yeah.
know who you know how bad the Bulls are? Guess who are the two faces of their franchise? This is how bad they are.
Josh
Yeah.
Giddey.
Josh Giddey's one of them.
All right. And let me see if I can page through my memory at this meaningless team and see who the next one is. You're going to tell me and I'm going to go, of course. Go ahead.
Bucelis. Can you imagine those two guys are the face of your team? Like every advert had them on there, like every preview of the upcoming schedule. Giddey and Bucelis.
Do you want to know how bad they are? How bad
are they?
It's like when the announcers are saying, if we had Isaac Okoro out there,
he was there. They show. I saw a pic of
no,
him
he
on
didn't
the
play.
bench.
He didn't play.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
No,
but he was there.
But the Cavaliers, all of their guards are injured. CPJ's injured, and
dead. Niedermeyer dead.
Yeah. I mean, Proctor is legless now. And now Jalen Tyson has hurt his toe. I can't make this up.
Oh no!
Honest to God, it's the toe thing again.
The toe. Not the toe.
No. Is that why he was Lou the Toe grows up? Because he had permanent turf toe?
Yeah.
I'm just like, how could this be?
Why is it?
Yeah, I don't get it. And then Coach Kenny Atkinson said the injury to him, it's nothing serious.
No.
This is nothing serious. It's like, how about Donovan Mitchell? The fact that he has this big red blood spot in his eye. And it's like, nah, that's nothing serious.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Did that happen Tuesday night? Because
Mobley caught him in the eye.
I mean, because his eye against the Bucks looked absolutely like inflamed. I thought he was going to start having blood come out of it, and streaming down his face like some horror movie. I wasn't surprised he didn't play last night. But yeah, Tuesday night, that looked frightening. And no one would say anything. I forget what crew I was watching. I think I was watching the Bucks because it was a Milwaukee game. Home game.
If I were a reporter, they gave me a shot at Kenny Atkinson, because he says these things like, well, Jared Allen's right around the corner. He's right around the corner from coming back. We twiddle our thumbs and wait. And he's not coming back. He's got what started out was he banged knees against. Now it's full-fledged knee tendonitis and
tendonitis. Yeah.
Yep. And which has not, it's an indefinite kind of thing. And he keeps saying, oh, he'll be back soon enough. He'll be back. He'll be back soon. He's coming back. And, and I would sit there and say, what about your fucking hair, Kenny? When are you going to wash it? Come on.
Wow.
Tell me when.
Tell me when. Mark.
Tell me quando. Good God almighty. It's like, this can't continue. It just can't.
That was an Engelbert Humperdinck reference.
Yes, it was.
Look up Quando, Engelbert Humperdinck. You will not be disappointed.
Well, I mean, it's like I've always wondered about this because I'm a curious fellow. So you're a British singer, and you really want to make a mark on the world.
Yeah, he's from like Leicester,
Yeah, right. I mean, it was just like Tom Jones was from Wales,
That's right, yeah.
And so these guys were coming up, and it was like, we got to have an image. And Tom Jones went with the all my clothes are so tight on me, and I've got my and and I do herky jerky dances, and he had a great voice. Well, you don't have a name and you have an agent, and the agent comes in and says, I have an idea for you. Just make it Adam Sandler, and and it's like, how about Engelbert Humperdinck? And can you imagine if you were that guy whose name was Frank Smith, looking at him and going, I don't get it. It's like, no, I don't think anybody's going to get it. And then just to spite everybody, he becomes popular.
Yep.
And people started saying, hey, that's Engelbert Humperdinck. Then they just started calling him Engelbert.
Engelbert, yeah.
His friends called him Bert.
And he's still alive.
Yeah, he is.
His real name's Arnold Dorsey.
Oh, is it really?
Arnold Dorsey. There actually was a Engelbert Humperdinck who was a classical music composer in the 19th century.
So they stole a man for the 1800s name.
Stole a man's name from 1854 and gave it to Arnold Dorsey. So there are actually two Engelbert Humperdincks out there in music.
But he was indebted. He was indebted to this agent for coming up with the name, you see. And so he lost all the royalties for a song that was nobody knew what it was about at the time. Please release me, let me go. Yeah, that was about his agent.
I don't love you
anymore. Oh God. So Jalen Tyson is
Gordon Mills was the music impresario and manager of Tom Jones at the time.
Yeah. Tom Jones got the much better deal.
Yeah.
But but the women were screwing Engelbert too. Yeah. I mean, it's really, it's like, oh, Humperdinck me again. Some things I don't understand. So Jalen Tyson, I know where you live. Jalen Tyson finally gets a chance to play because Kenny Atkinson hadn't washed his hair yet. And, he gets this opportunity to play and then he hurts his toe, right?
Yeah.
And now what they're saying is, and this is what Tyson said, I banged it on the floor, unfortunate situation. I tried to tough it out, but I didn't want to be a detriment to the team. So he was watching Schroeder.
Who was being a detriment to the team. Oh, no.
I know, make it stop. I mean, or try to make it make sense at least, Sense. He played a horrible game against the Magic and he got benched. Jalen Tyson was benched, and that's the end of that. And he's going to have a hard time finding his way back on the floor because Kenny Atkinson, the thing about him, he has no memory. Everything gets stuck to the back of his hair, and he has no peripheral vision. It's so, and Max Strus is back.
Yeah.
So
Strucy's back.
Yeah.
Oh, who had a wild game the other night with the Milwaukee Bucks game? I think Nance was great. The trouble is, it was his brother.
I didn't know Pete Nance could shoot a 3-point shot, but in the end, we saw that he
pumped in 3 out of 4. He was
wide open too. The Cavaliers, I don't know what they're doing defensively. They just can't.
Oh, I'll tell you what. That's a good point. What I've been noticing is that on certain plays on the offensive end where Harden's heavily involved and he either gets the basket or gets a rebound or does something, he stays down at that end. And they're defending 4-on-5. And then every now and then he's like down there and they throw him a pass if they happen to get a steal and he puts it in. There's so many plays where he just camps out in the key of the offensive end and doesn't even bother to go back. I mean,
yeah, it's true. And he
every
time he
goes about this.
No, but it's he drives to the basket and whether
he falls over,
he falls over the ground and lays there.
And then the play's already gone on for like 10-15 minutes and
he trots. Or if they try a quick 3, he's waiting at the other end for the pass so we can lay it in on the other end. And
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, how
real
many times
leadership.
did that happen?
They're constantly in a 4-on-5 situation.
Yeah, Atkinson's not telling these people to play, is he? He's just like sitting there along for the ride, or I don't know what he's doing.
Schroeder does the same thing. If he drives to the basket, he just hurls it up and he flies.
Oh, the difference is that he argues with the refs all the way down.
Yes, and he'll stand at the other end and go, "Your mother's a cocksucker," and and get beat up for no reason. Yeah. Unbelievable.
He is the Chico Simono of the Cavs. I love him.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
But Brad Daugherty, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, Troy, if you could avoid watching FanDuel Ohio, man.
It's like, I'm John Edwards, and Brad Daugherty steps in and goes, "That wasn't a foul." It's like, the other thing I saw that was the worst, scariest thing that I've ever seen, it was one of the early NCAA play-in games, one of the 4. And it was a broadcast that had Dick Vitale.
Oh, baby.
And I'm trying to think who the other person was who was on the broadcast. And they went off on a 2-minute diatribe while the game was going on with no play-by-play commentary whatsoever.
What, they were doing a podcast instead?
It was bizarre. And it was like, there's a game going on here. Like,
I remember when Jimmy V and I we went out to the Waffle House, and we saw Jim Jones there, and
I'll tell you something. I'm serious as cancer because no, I'm not. I was going to do a '90s song. It was part of that was part of the rap. Because rhythm is a dancer, baby. That's what I wanted to finish with before I broke up laughing. Yep. So
Planet Fitness.
Yeah. Oh my God. Here's the other thing. The more things change, the more they stay the same. You've heard the saying before, the guy just couldn't quit heroin. That would be like Tom Petty, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't quit heroin, and he ended up succumbing to it. Well, the Guardians, this is a headline, right on Cleveland.com. The Guardians can't seem to quit Nolan Jones.
They're jonesing for Jones?
Yeah, that's what it amounts to.
That was so easy for me, man. You got to make it harder.
No, I just put that out there for you and let you just, that was just laying down a dime for you. Easy layup. But his roster spot is in serious jeopardy. It is every year. Every year. I mean, the guy can't hit. He doesn't field well. He doesn't have one solid position. And when he always has this pained expression, like he's trying to force a bowel movement out that just won't come out. And it's like,
God, I mean, that's horrible when that happens. Believe me.
yeah, obstructive.
Oh, that's
and then this. Ralphie Velasquez might be the most exciting Guardians prospect in years, and he's only 20.
In years, huh?
Yeah, he's 20 years old, and he is going to be in Double-A, and they're saying, the Akron Rubber Ducks are printing up all of this promotional shit because Ralphie Velasquez is going to be playing there. Now, this isn't...
Is he like the Karate Kid or something? Only,
This isn't Joey Bell. This isn't Jim Thome. This is not that. This is Ralphie Velasquez. Now, do I think that Ralphie will ever become a household name? No, because this is what we do in Cleveland. We find people way down in the food chain in the baseball system and say, "There's a guy who's really going to be something."
Bradley Zimmer. God damn.
Right. Tell me, I'm still talking about Jim Thome and Joey Bell back then And
That's 30 fucking years ago, God. No, more like 35 years ago.
and why am I blanking on the pitcher?
Manny Ramirez.
Well, Manny Ramirez. Yep, that would be another one. The pitcher who came right up from single A, basically.
Oh, Jarrett Wright.
No,
Jarrett
no,
Wright was the one guy.
No. The guy. Oh, this guy had the long. He was pitching in the big leagues till he was 40.
What? CC? Oh,
the big. What was his name?
Sabathia. There was.
No, come on, help me in the chat room, somebody. He was a big. He ended up being a big, fat, chunky guy who actually hit a home run in his last years in baseball.
The
oh my God,
Carmona on that.
No, this is terrible that I can't remember him. But he blew up through single A. He may have pitched Bartolo Colon. Thank you.
God damn it.
God, I know. Getting old is a bitch, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. But I mean, he just flew up. That's Rick right, Rick. Got there. Yeah, but Rick's older than we are, so it took him a little longer. That's the the whole thing there is he just blew up. He just came up in a single A. He made a little quick trip to double A, and bang, he was in the bigs.
Bang, he was there. He was like in the bigs. Yeah.
And when you saw his arm, you knew at the time, it's like, boy, this guy is really going to be something. But Ralphie Velasquez, and it's funny because they're talking this guy up because last year he played 28 games at AA Akron. 28, that's all he played. Yeah. But he hit 330 with 5 home runs and 22 runs batted in. I don't give a flying fuck. I mean, that's not a sample size.
No.
But this spring he's made an entirely different kind of statement. One measured not in batting average, but in exit velocities, barrel rates, and the sheer frequency with which he finds quality contact with the center of his bat. And he's had an 110 mile an hour exit velocity and yada, 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 yada. And I've heard this so many times. And he's not just a power hitter. He's a good hitter with power. We haven't seen one of those. And you know what the Guardians do with them?
We ruin them.
We ruin them is right. It's like that guy can hit 25 to 28 home runs a year and hit 300. No, he's got to hit 40 for us, and we don't care if his batting average goes to 230. We don't care. We're the Guardians.
Ralphie. Yeah, he'll get ruined. Poor Ralphie.
I don't.
Sounds like a name you give your dog, instead of Topaz.
Hey, Ralphie.
Here, Ralphie. Here, Ralphie.
Yeah. Now, what makes this even dumber? All right.
How dumb is it?
Terry Pluto. It can't get much dumber than this. After watching the Guardian spring training, Terry Pluto says fans should remember the name of this 19-year-old switch hitting prospect.
Oh, no. What, Bradley fucking Zimmer again?
Love is like a wishing well, kiss and tell. I mean, what? You're hoping, blindly hoping, like you could see anything. I'm sure that Terry Pluto took a look at Jose Ramirez when he was 19 and said, that's it. That's him.
That's him. Yeah.
Fucking bald-headed prick.
Saw him on the Sandlot in Dominican Republic and said, that's the guy we want.
Yeah. So everybody's talking about Chase DeLauder, which is fine if he stays healthy. All right. But Terry Pluto is talking about Jesus. But besides that, he's talking about.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to. I'm just waiting. You'll have to tell me when it happens. Like, I don't know exactly when opening day is, but between now and then, Terry Pluto will do his annual story where he reminisces about how he was a young lad going with his dad to the baseball game and how he misses his dad and how he was
being abused
for dementia and
he was being abused by his father or something.
It was the most sanguine articles, and he does it every fucking year. So
So how does he become a habitual masturbator then?
I have.
I don't want to know. I don't
But
want to
yeah,
know.
there'll be this old nostalgia. Oh, going with my dad to the ball game and how I miss him and all that.
So he
You know
names
what
the
I say to
name
that.
Dowry Fernandez.
Dowry.
Dauri. Dowry Fernandez. He's a
Great.
Class A infielder, and he's just played rookie ball. And here's the quote from Terry Pluto.
Okay.
He had nothing to write about today, okay? And he's older and he can't masturbate anymore. So he does this instead. He's a Class A infielder and he played in rookie ball. I saw him in a few innings and he looks kind of interesting. Hey, I saw him just for a few innings, and I couldn't take my eyes off
like
him.
A ball player.
He sure does. He fills out that uniform, even at 19. Oh, God.
Yeah, the sentimental Terry Pluto going with his dad to the baseball game story. Please look out for it, people. It'll happen.
Yeah, well, it'll make me just want to smash his head in like a balled melon. You've heard of blind melon. He's bald melon.
Blind melon Jefferson.
God. So what little bit I can say about the Cleveland Browns is that
when is opening day anyway? Anybody know?
I think it's coming up like March 27th or 28th. Does that sound right?
Yeah, like next Friday or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, they'll score 1 or 2 runs.
Yeah. The guy will have a no-hitter. The other team pitcher will have a no-hitter going into the 8th or something.
So
fucked up.
What the Browns have done basically is they've added rotational guys, which is great because they all the first string guys get injured. And
correct.
And so Kalia Davis, defensive ends, AJ Epineza from Buffalo, Julian Aquara, cornerbacks, D'Angelo Ross and Trey Avery.
Do they have a history of concussion? That's what we need out of our quarterbacks is concussion protocol.
And special teams contributors, Daniel Thomas, also a safety.
Don't be dead. Don't get hurt in the first preseason game. Oh, my leg.
And Tylan Wallace, also a receiver. Rick May says he believes it's March 26th. They head to Seattle. Yep.
In LA, wow.
Yeah, they go to get schneided by the Dodgers. But at least the Browns are trying to do the right thing. I mean, they got to fill out a roster for God's sakes. And I don't know, the fact that special teams has just never been within the grasp of the Cleveland Browns since God only knows Joshua Cribbs. So, a guy like Kalia Davis, he's a backup, all right, but he started all 17 games for the 49ers last year, and with a kind of a run first, a weak-armed, little midget Brock Purdy quarterback. He's a guy who can come in and, rest some of the other people. And I think that's what we have been so successful at defensively under Jim Schwartz. And whatever happened to Jim Schwartz?
I don't know.
I don't know why. I haven't heard a damn thing.
Every now and then I look at these mock drafts that pop up on the internet and see who the Browns got. And the one that made me laugh was, it's so true. This fucker had the Browns picking in the 5th round Carson Beck, and I thought, yes, that's us. We always pick some shitty quarterback who's old, washed up, no arm, and is absolutely useless in the fucking 3rd, 4th, or 5th round every fucking time.
He's 27 years old. He's redshirted 14 times,
and we know where he lives.
Yes. And he used to be called Brendan Whedon.
Carson, that's so Brownsy, Even the people doing mock drafts know what the Browns are going to do. It's amazing.
And if I hear something more about Monroe Freeling, who is the Georgia tackle, who,
God.
I mean, he's a monster. He's 6'7". He's got 11-inch hands, which Terry Pluto. It's like,
Wow. Yeah.
I'd like to see him masturbate. He posted a near perfect real athletic score, 9.99 out of 10, based on his NFL scouting combine participation, but he did not bench press or do agility drills. And his arm stretched 34 3/4 inches, a full inch clear of the league's left tackle threshold for a starting left tackle.
Wow.
But does this make a number 6 first-round pick? No is correct. But, there are other guys who are, and he's not even the top-rated guy.
Yeah,
that's just
not.
the analytics-oriented Browns. That's all they look at. And
I think Rick makes making a very good point about mock drafts. Mock.
Who left the spindle on my wheelchair? I feel like there's anal penetration. I like it. Next, Miami tackle Francis Malgua. He is
great name.
Yeah.
Lighten up. He needs to lighten up.
Yeah. He ranks ahead of everybody at the tackle position. But they're saying that he's going to be gone before number 6.
Wow.
So, and then they say Alabama's Caden Proctor.
Oh, we're not getting any. No fuckers from Alabama. God damn it!
I know.
How many busts from Alabama have we had? They can. You know what Alabama can do? It can go fuck itself.
Yeah, it's
nobody from Alabama.
What I do know is this: that you're gonna. If you think you're going to find a brilliant wide receiver down at 24, the history would show that they're going to go with an offensive lineman, and then they're going to go with some other goofy guy that was the best guy available at 24 and do nothing about wide receiver again. And that's what that is.
Better off going with best guy available at number 6.
And I got to get out of here now. Miami of Ohio is losing 66-47. Say goodbye to my Red Hawks, but they did what they needed to do. They stuck a big log up Andy Enfield's butt. And that's a good thing, because SMU should be considering looking at a new coach rather than a guy who's blaming circumstances that have nothing to do with how you can out-rebound a team and outscore somebody by 26 points in the paint and still lose by 10 when you knew that the team was a 3-point shooting team. What kind of a strategy is that? Wow. Good God almighty. Well, at any rate, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Pelicans Saturday, I think.
That sounds about right.
Pelicans Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, Ron, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Red Hawks. Hey, but they prove that they belong there.
Red Hawks.
And it's like I said, it's not a moot point to me in the sense that they deserve to get in based on the season they had. And people said, well, they didn't play anybody. And it's like, fine, SMU was in the ACC. If a team that played nobody and has kind of chucked its way into the final 68, if that's what they got away with, then why didn't SMU beat them, for God's sakes? They're an ACC team. And the fact is, if you're talking about sheer mediocrity, a team that ends up losing 13 games in the regular season like SMU did, and they were losing to ACC competition, you found out they could lose to Mid-American Conference competition too, So
they can go fuck themselves.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into this edition of Moohead Radio. We will be back again, by God, and that will be coming up on Monday. And
please release me, let me go.
No, wait. I'll end up with another Engelbert song.
Oh.
So I'll sing you to sleep After the lovin'. Oh, God almighty. I
After
don't
the
even want to
law.
think of that. Him in his ruffled shirt and tuxedo.
He was the man, though.
Yeah, fuck me in my tuxedo,
You
bitch.
see why they ditched the name Arthur Dorsey, though. That has got to be the least sexiest name you could ever have in your life. I mean, you might as well be called Kent Dorsey. You know,
Or what would be worse is, if his name would have been like Herschel Engelbaum or something like that. It's like a Jewish, like,
yeah, Jewish.
I don't know. Do you mean I can't sing anything in Hebrew?
Oh God!
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back again.
I hope you youngsters learned something from all these old references. Look up Quando, Engelbert Humperdinck. You will not be disappointed.
Yes, you will. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll be back again. Back on the otother end of
Back
this damn
again.
thing. Yeah, on Monday. Until then, hasta la vista, Pastor Heads. Good night.
Bleh.